Funny. Inte åka måka. Nej.
Jackie, kom.
Kom Jackie. Titti.
Okay, so let me catch you up to speed. Max went to Stockholm to shoot a wedding. Max is a brilliant, talented videographer and editor. He's helped me on my channel here, as well as our family channel, Max and Maya Living. And he works as a videographer for weddings, for ad agencies, for any business who needs social media content. So he's in Stockholm shooting a wedding, and he suggested that I leave Saga with her grandma, farmor. So I was like, that's a good idea. That's a very great idea. And all the kids at daycare have this obsession with åka tåg, åka flygplan, åka buss. Actually, the flygplan is Saga's thing, because she's the one who's Miss Jet Setter. So to hype up the big event of her going to stay with farmor for 2 nights, we said, you're going to take the bus with farmor, Saga. Yay! And I was so excited because, well, first she really wanted to take the train, but the train was down. But she took a double-decker bus, so that's really exciting, Saga. But with my alone time, I thought I would get some work in. But the time is already 2:30, and I'm here at my office. They're doing some work on the floor there, but I was gonna work on my laptop. Don't have my charger for my laptop or my phone, so I'm gonna have to go home. But I'm finishing a 3-day fast. I've been doing these 3-day fasts once a month, and I was like, oh, I'm getting better at this, because usually I'm like, I'm useless. I'm so useless, but this time I was productive. I was able to work out on 2 of the days, and then my next workout is tomorrow, so I'll have food in my system. I was like debating on doing a 5-day fast, but I was saying, oh, I'll do like intermittent fasting, so I won't eat during the days for 2 days and eat at night. That would be pushing it, because I've never done anything longer than 3 days. I don't know how I feel. I'll report back, but I be in the zone, like, welcome. I was about to say, you know me. Maybe you don't. If you don't, welcome to my channel. This is where I like share my journey on life. Life is lifing. I've been on YouTube for 12 years. OMG. I've been on YouTube for 12 years, and I'm just remembering now. Anyways, if you're new, welcome. If you have been here for a minute, because most of y'all have, welcome back. I was going to tell you that today I'm finishing my fast, so tonight I was going to like cook with you. Ramen. Max generally is around when I'm doing my fast, and he always makes me the most incredible ramen ever. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite dishes, especially when I'm finishing a fast. So I asked him if he could send me the recipe, and I'm going to attempt to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it well. I could bake bread. Even that's hit and miss. But yeah, when I am fasting, I go on these like foodie binges. Like, I get so inspired on YouTube. And so I just now actually was watching a video on how to make focaccia. Anyways, join me as I make my way home and we will make ramen. I'll try there. Can I just share that I have a miracle dog? This dog was on her last leg. Like, I'm not even kidding you. She literally could barely walk. She was peeing everywhere. I thought it was the end. And I was praying. Oh my goodness, I was praying. Okay, this recovery, I can't attribute it to anything but prayer and some revelations that I got while praying. So those include, I was talking to my cousin and I was describing the symptoms my dog had, which was peeing everywhere. She could barely walk, all these things. And she's like, oh, that sounds like something my friend had, like a human being. And she took vitamin B12. And I was like, for whatever reason, that just hit me. So I was like, I'm ordering that right now. I ordered it. I changed her food also. I changed her food a while ago, but I decided to go to the dog store and get like raw meat for dogs. So I got that and vitamin B12. I think it was the B12. The combination of all of it. The B12 for the hips, because she was like, and the peeing, because she was peeing so much, I think that was part of the food, because dry dog food ain't it. I've been giving her dry dog food for like a few years. I used to like cook all her food and all that. Then I was like, this is too much. No, it's not. It's not too much for your dog that you love. Come, Jackie. Look at her. She's walking again. Come. As if nothing happened. I can't believe it. Like I literally I was not me for 2 weeks. I was just sad, down and out. But she's been healed for a while now, so it's wild. It's so wild. And speaking of miracles, when God does miracles in your life, it's so easy to brush it off and be like, meh, what miracle? Girl, that was a miracle. She could not walk. She was peeing everywhere. Anyways, let's get my miracle dog back in the car. Jackie, sit down. Back in the crib. I had to change because I had stains everywhere and I just wanted to be cuter. So it is Passover. It is also my channel's 12th year birthday, which completely went over my head. And the only reason I remembered it is because it's Fran's birthday. So her birthday is the same day as my channel's birthday. So I will do a video to celebrate this channel. And I usually celebrate my channel between April and May because May is my birthday. So I usually just put them all together. But it is Passover. Passover, FYI, is not the same as Easter. I discovered that when I was up late at night. I was like, oh, I wonder which book I should read. And I'm like, oh, let me read the story of the Last Supper because that is the Last Supper. And I was reading it and I was like, they're eating the Last Supper on the eve of Passover. Passover, because I have my... We're going on a little detour. I don't even know where we're going. I have my Hebrew calendar. And Passover is April 23rd. And the year is 5784. Because it follows the moon, and God put the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky for signs of the time that you know what season we're in. So the Gregorian calendar follows the sun, where the Hebrew calendar follows the moon. So I was like, Passover, why are we celebrating it in March with Easter? And I write my notes down in my new trusty Bible journal. Now, I've been meaning to do this for a while because I've been doing this for years. I still enjoy doing it though. I've been writing, like I take white paper and I fold it into threes and I use these as bookmarkers in my Bible. But I was making all my notes on this and not my Bible. Then the YouTube and social media got to me and everyone had their highlighters and writing and it influenced me. And so I started to do that. No. This is a holy book. This is the word of God. So I before did not mark up my book. I just wrote everything on paper. And then social media was highlighting. I was like, let me get into it. Read Revelations. And then I just had like certain passages and messages. And I was like, you know what? I don't even put this book, I don't put any book on top of it. Like, I cannot let this sit under anything. And that's how I treat this book. And so I'm disappointed that I just followed the crew. And I was on the phone with Alba and she had one. So that really encouraged me to be like, oh, let me just get a Bible journal already so I can have everything in one place. Because I usually share my revelations in this, my actual personal journal, but this includes everything like life, Bible. So I guess I could separate it and keep like big revelations in that. So yeah, I write all my questions down in here and words to look up. I think I should do a video on like why I said that Jesus is coming, give or take 6 years, because I did some calculations based on the Hebrew calendar and it's so clear. I won't do that now. I'll like pray on that before but whenever he comes, whenever he decides to come, it's soon. So get ready. He could come tomorrow for all we know. But it's soon. That's all I know. It's soon. I wrote down in my book Asherah, all these Asherah poles. And Asherah is the goddess Ishtar, which is now Easter. So she's a goddess of fertility, and eggs are her form of rebirth. And she's the consort of Baal. Baal is the god who the Jews kept, the Hebrews, the Israelites kept worshiping. And they kept saying, stop sacrificing your babies to that idiot. Come back. So anyways, yeah. So I don't want to celebrate goddesses. And I understand this world is so, my people perish from lack of knowledge. Like, we do a lot of things we don't know. So I'm aware that I live in this world. I just try my best to be rooted in the word and prayer. So I might be in these circles, but you know what I'm doing in those circles? I'm interceding. So yeah, I guess that was kind of cute. I'm gonna do a video dedicated to how I read the Bible, because it's a whole thing. I use Blue Letter Bible, and it's really cool because I can switch between the original language. So I can switch between Hebrew, I could switch between Greek in the New Testament, and then I make my notes. Yeah, I gotta do a video on this, because people are like, rapture is not real, it's not in the Bible. I'm like, no, the word rapture isn't in the Bible. So what word is in the Bible? And it's harpazo. Harpazo is the Greek word for caught up. And there's another word, anabanyo. It's mentioned 82 times. It has different meanings, but they use that in Book of Revelations when the two witnesses were called up. Harpazo, when all the prophets got called up. So the word rapture isn't, no, but the word harpazo is. So the blessed hope, what we could look forward to as Christians, is the great harpazo, caught up. Anyways, I think that's it. let me just say some prayers and read some words, and let's get into this ramen. I'll meditate on your word daily. Let me take a photo for Max. You. Okay. Okay, let's try this chicken. I'm like, what flavors am I tasting right now? Food!